Okay, AP Chemistry students, this video is going to focus on modeling the law of definite proportions with particulate drawings. Remember that the law of definite proportions states that elements will make compounds in fixed ratios. For instance, in the case of nitrogen dioxide, NO2, whenever N and oxygen come together, they will react in such a way that 1 mole of N will react with every 2 moles of oxygen, and we can represent that with a particulate drawing. A particulate drawing is just a series of circles or shapes that can represent each one of these elements and represent how they come together by the law of definite proportions. In this case right here, we are going to use a shaded in blue circle for the nitrogen, and then we will use a shaded in red circle for the oxygen in our particulate drawing. So for a particulate drawing of NO2, it would look something like this. According to the chemical formula here, there's only one nitrogen, and there are 2 oxygens, so we will need to draw 2 oxygens onto this particulate drawing, and then therefore that is right there the particular drawing, or the particulate drawing for nitrogen dioxide. It really doesn't matter right now which order you put these circles in. If you would have done it this way, 2 red circles with a blue circle, or the other way around, the blue circle first with the 2 red circles, either one would have been okay for now. This first one is the correct way to do it, but we haven't gone into bonding and Lewis structures yet, so I'm not going to count you wrong for doing it one of these 3 ways just yet. So for now, I'm going to always make sure that I do the correct one. Okay? Now, let's say, for instance, this is for only one of them. Let's say if we had the number 1 in front, we would have drawn just one of those particular drawings. What if we had a 2 in front of here? How many particulate drawings would we make now? If you said just draw another particulate drawing, then you're correct. We would just make another one of these. And then now we have represented as 2 NO2 molecules. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, here's HCl. If we have only one of these, what would the particulate drawing look like? Well, we'll start with a gray circle for the hydrogen, and it's bonded to a chlorine, and so we're going to represent the chlorine with a green circle. This is what your particulate drawing would look like for one of these. Okay. Now, if you did the green circle first and then the gray circle second, that one's fine as well. Now, what if I had the number 3 in front? How many particulate drawings would we need for this one? You're correct, we would need 3. So we would represent this with 3 particulate drawings. Actually, let's make sure that those touch because they are chemically bonded. And then the next one would look like this, okay? Alright, so there's the basics of particulate drawing for that one. Let's do another example. CO2, okay? Now let's say we've got 2 of these. How would the particulate drawing for this one look? Well, we're going to represent the carbon with a black circle, the oxygen with a red circle. So I'm going to go ahead and put the black circle right here. There's one. And then let's do the other one. And there you go, there's 2 particulate drawings for CO2. Now again, if you would have done it where you had 2 oxygens and then the carbon, that would have been fine. For now, the correct way to do it is to have the carbon in the center. Okay? But again, I'm not going to count you wrong on it this early in the game. Let's do one more Let's look at K2S. I'm going to represent K with this kind of lilac color circle, and then represent S with a yellow circle. And let's just say we have one of these. So what's that going to look like? Well, I'll go ahead and do the S, and then I'll come down here to my lilac color, which was right there, and then I'll do the K. All right. Now, if you do not have colored pencils, it doesn't really matter the colors that you choose right here to represent the atoms. You can even choose not to use colors at all. Another way we could have done this would have been just say, okay, I will make a circle for this one that's shaded in, and I'll make a circle for this one that isn't shaded in. And in that case, your particulate drawing, oops, I almost made a mistake here. This is K2S. So I need another K here. Alrighty, now it's good. So anyways, I was going back up here as I was saying. If you don't have colors, then you can choose to have one circle represent one atom and another circle, and then an unshaded circle to represent the other. In that case, our particulate drawing would have looked like this. It doesn't matter as long as you're consistent. Okay, alrighty, on the next slide you'll do 2 practice problems or a few other practice problems with this, and then we'll move on to the mass representation.